Hello, Edenton Baptist Church family. I'm so glad to greet you through this online update. Hope you've been doing well. I know these are challenging times. These are very different times for all of us. But I just want you to know, as your pastor, that I've been thinking about you and praying for you. Every now and then, a different person in our church will come to mind, and I think to myself, I haven't called that person or I haven't prayed for that person in a while, and I stop and I pray for you. And I'm doing my best to reach out and to care for you. I know that our deacons are seeking to do the same thing. I know that each one of you are doing your very best to try to love one another and to care for one another and to help each other as we make it through these difficult days of this pandemic of COVID-19. I wanted to share a few updates with you, and you'll have to excuse my scruffiness. I'm getting ready to go on vacation for a few days with my family, and my razor has already started its vacation, and I think I'll let it stay on vacation for a few days. And I look forward to just taking some time to relax with my family. I hope you get some time this summer to be able to unplug, to get away from the news cycle, and just to relax with family, even if it's at home, even if it's here in Edenton. I hope that you will find ways to rejuvenate and to rest and to find ways to make it through these difficult days. Let me share with you that we as a church, as you know, we are continuing to stay connected in various ways. We have had some wonderful outdoor worship experiences over the past 3 weeks at 5 or 6 different locations. And I want to thank each of the hosts that have had us at their homes, and for those who have led our outdoor fellowships, either in music or in bringing the lessons. It's been a wonderful experience, and I hope that that has helped each of us to stay connected with one another. Our church staff, of course, has been doing a wonderful job in recording online worship services and Sunday school lessons and other materials. If your children or youth, if you all want to be involved, I know that Kristen has some wonderful resources that she's continuing to provide in person online, and then some resources that she can send to you. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. Also, our church has been so very active, even in the midst of having to practice social distancing and being away from the buildings. We have been so very active in ministry, and you may or may not be aware of the wonderful things that have been going on. So I want to thank our Baptist men and for all of the work that they have been doing in building wheelchair ramps and helping those in our community in safe ways. They have hosted a blood drive that we had a couple of weeks ago through Red Cross, and it was a great success. And many of our WMU ladies have been helping out as well, so I want to thank them. We have also been a church that has continued to give generously to the ministries of our church, and I hope that you will continue to be faithful in that. I know that for many of us, finances might be a challenge right now, but I pray that we will remain faithful in being good stewards of what God has given to us, and we'll continue to support the good ministries of Edenton Baptist Church. Just know that you can continue to give online, or you can stop by the church office anytime during the week to bring your offering, and you can even bring your offering to the outdoor worship services that we're going to start this Sunday, June 28th. Moving forward, as we all know by now, we are remaining in phase 2 here in North Carolina because the numbers of cases and hospitalizations for COVID-19 continue to increase. And so for the next 3 weeks, we'll continue to be in phase 2, which means that to follow our plan as a congregation, we'll continue to do things outside of the sanctuary. As soon as we enter into phase 3, which is scheduled now for July 17th, we will enter into the sanctuary and we'll have worship together in our sanctuary. We are preparing well for that date. When we come back to the sanctuary, our COVID-19 response team has been meeting regularly, and they have been making good plans for preparing the sanctuary and making sure everything will be safe. We've had our first training session with our ushers to help them to know how to welcome all of you as we come back to worship, and we want to make sure that we're practicing social distancing. We're using hand sanitizer that will be provided, and we're wearing face masks when we come. We will not require the wearing of face masks when you come to worship, but we strongly encourage those face masks, especially in light of the state requirement now that wherever we go, when we're with crowds that we put those face masks on. And then finally, let me conclude by telling you how excited I am, and I hope you are too, that we are finally, as a congregation, able to come back together, not just in small groups of 10 or 25, but we're going to be coming together as an entire congregation. If you feel safe and you want to come to some outdoor worship services, and those will be starting this Sunday, June 28th, they will be downtown at Colonial Waterfront Park at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll have music, we'll have a sermon, we'll have a children's sermon, we'll have an opportunity just to safely interact with one another, keeping 6 feet apart from one another, but certainly it will be good to see each other. We'll have hand sanitizer and face masks available, and I hope that you will look forward to being with the church family down at the waterfront. For right now, we're planning on those services to be June 28th, July 5th, and July 12th. And if we continue in phase 2 past July 17th, I sure hope we don't, but if we do, we'll continue meeting down at the waterfront. Please, when you have the opportunity, be in touch with town officials, with our mayor, with our town council, with Anne Marie Knighton, our town manager, and express our deep gratitude for the town allowing our church to go and to sit in the shade, to worship together in that beautiful location outdoors until we can return to our sanctuary. Please know how much I love you, how much I care for you, and how difficult I know this is for all of us. Your COVID-19 response team and your deacons and your church staff, we're doing our best to make the decisions that we feel are best for our congregation, trying to keep us connected to God and trying to keep us connected to one another, but also trying to keep us safe and healthy as we do so. Hope you have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.